Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us at Jackrabbit Illustrated tonight. We would like to mention that the following program contains the possibility of bad language, inappropriate comments, and hosts with the propensity to wander off topic. Those of us at Jackrabbit Illustrated would like to thank you for joining us and would like to thank our title sponsor, Kubota Dealers of South Dakota. With 9 dealerships across the great state of South Dakota, with all the equipment you may need for your home, acreage, or farming operation, there's always a Kubota dealer ready to provide you with the parts, service, and sales you need. Now, with that out of the way, let's get to what you came for.
Scared money don't make money, right?
That's right, folks. Scared money don't make money. The spin-off show from the B Team with Ben and Brendan making their picks against the spread just like old times, with the addition of Alex Kenkel and his computer model that is featured weekly on JackrabbitIllustrated.com. As usual, the B Team and all Jackrabbit Illustrated podcasts are live on the Jackrabbit Illustrated Facebook and Twitter pages, along with being live on the FCS Fans Nation YouTube channel. Also, if you don't catch us live, be sure to tune in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or any major podcast outlet in between.
Scared Money Don't Make Money is thrilled to have their show sponsor be Cubby Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Brookings. With the best beer and food in town and more TVs than wall space, Cubby Sports Bar and Grill is your Jackrabbit headquarters to watch any game, home or away. The B Team is also thrilled to announce their segment sponsor, Blue Tide Car Wash of Brookings, Mitchell, Sioux Falls, and now Hartford, as well as all the other get-and-go locations in South Dakota.
Our second segment sponsor is Hadrick Ranch. For the best beef you've ever tasted, go to hadrickranch.com. They'll ship it to you. And lastly, thank you to our segment sponsor, Innovative Engineering Solutions. Contact them for all your HVAC, plumbing, fire protection, automated control systems, and energy conservation needs. I'm Batman. Or Dracula. Or both. I'm Bat Dracula Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the B Team, and we are most honored and humbled to be with the one and only, the great Alex Kenkel of FCS Fans Nation fame. We are not worthy. We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
How long have you guys been planning that?
Oh, just earlier today.
Right. Yeah.
We had to give you some crap. No, you did. You did a great job on the show. I was very proud of you. You're all grown up and you're on a national show now. So you did great.
He's grown so much from when he first started with us and was nervously punching away while his model froze on screen. In all seriousness, yeah. You were incredible on there. We're just kind of jumping straight into this. I really love the part where you got to drop officials' knowledge on them. That was fantastic. They had no idea it was coming. It was terrific.
Well, it's like if you're on any sort of message boards and stuff like that, you always hear people bitch, because I can't think of a 5-year-old appropriate word to use despite having a 3-year-old, because I spell a lot of things about how bad Big Sky officiating is. And it's like, well, it wasn't until recent, but there is a reason. But anyhow, go catch that show if you want that full explanation.
I was surprised that you didn't go down the most people don't know what holding is rabbit hole that you like to go off on in the chat.
Oh, yeah, for context, everyone wants a hold on every play, and it's the old football thing. There is, but I actually, just because, Dallas has a son who's currently playing a high school football game because Minnesota playoffs start tonight, so go Mankato West. Or maybe it's last week of regular season. Anyhow, yes, thank you, Thesaurus is in the chat. They're giving me words for what I spelled. We have the South Dakota High School Association sent us like reminders for guidelines for, okay, you see a hold, do you actually call it or not? Leading into our final week of the regular season and playoffs. So always just good to educate people in that regard.
It was fantastic. Really well done on there. You did us proud, buddy. Breaking in the new setup on with them in case it went sideways, and you could have it fixed before us. I think that's properly done. Well done on your part. And now we're just gonna bask in your glow. Actually, funny enough, only one of us on here hasn't been on that show now.
Yeah, I don't think I ever will.
You need to kiss a little more ass, I think. Is what did you need to do?
I guess. My light is here. It's just I don't know. It's been acting up. It was a cheap one, so I don't know. Sometimes it.
Read the comment, Ben.
He says, Ben, where is your light? I don't know what off light stands for. Anyway,
there's only one F.
Yeah, true. Anyway,
it's an of light.
Let's get to the pick recap. We're gonna make this a quicker show.
Well, first,
yes, we need a sponsor. Yeah,
we need a sponsor. Can we get sponsored by anybody? We are of course on Jackrabbit Illustrated, Facebook and YouTube, and FFN, where Alex was with the big show, on the FFN YouTube as well. As always, we are brought to you by our title sponsors, Kubota Dealers of South Dakota, with locations 9 all over the great state of South Dakota. There's always a Kubota dealer near you to get you into some orange equipment to take care of your home, ranch, or farmstead, whatever. You get the point. With parts and service, if it does break down, they got you covered, but it's not very common. So that's a good deal. And then, of course, we are brought to you by our title sponsor on the B team, Cubby Sports Bar and Grill, Brookings, South Dakota. Or no. Yeah, I'm right. Cubby Sports Bar and Grill.
Sponsor?
Yeah, I'm on 3 shows, man, and I got to do the sponsors for all of them. It gets twisty on me. Cubby Sports Bar. Right. I gotta get a jacket so I'd be like, this show's brought to you by
this one.
So,
like the guys in Victory Lane looking back at their car. Anyhow,
I'd like to thank Red Eye Beer, Hawkeye Vodka. That's an old Newly Dean reference for you out there. No, Cubby Sports Bar and Grill, they got roughly 30,000 TVs. We got an away game this week. There's no better place to watch Jackson there on the road. If you can't make it to the game, TVs, burgers, beer, Chislick, the best nachos in town, the best sports bar in South Dakota. Get down to Cubby Sports Bar and Grill and have yourself a good time. So now, Ben, onwards.
Perfect. We had Abilene Christian winning 30-13 and covering. UC Davis winning 45-24 and covering. Illinois State winning 46-32, but not covering against Murray State, who SDSU plays this week. We will talk about them in a little bit. USD winning 19-14, but still not covering against Indiana State. UND winning 35-17 and covering against Youngstown State. NDSU winning 45-17 and covering against Southern Illinois. And then SDSU with the late cover 31-3 over UNI. The model had a good week. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead and finish this out, and then I have a comment on the game this week.
The model had a good week, went 6-1. Brendan also had a good week, going 5-2. Alex and I went 3-4. No reason to panic, but Brendan did get a little closer. The model is now 37-22. I'm 34-25. Brendan is 30-29, and Alex is dragging behind at 27-32.
He's fading fast, and Ben can smell what the Rock is cooking. I think at this point, feels good.
Feels
real good.
As long as Alex keeps fading his own model, right. I think we'll be okay.
No kidding. Tough week to have a tough week. On the Jacks game, first off, cover is always really good when you are covering 27.5 points. Pretty good game. Something I haven't seen anywhere, and unless the team has posted it, somebody can prove me wrong. It usually happens when I feel excited about something I realized, and I was talking with Alex, and he kind of realized it as well. With the win on Hobo Day, your South Dakota State Jackrabbits just passed up North Dakota State for the 4th longest home winning streak in FCS history. Closing in on Eastern Kentucky. If we win that one in the next week, we have tied for the 3rd longest streak in FCS history ever. These are the good old days. Right now, these are the good old days.
They really are.
I'm trying to do some quick math, but if not for a questionable DPI in the back of the end zone on a 2-point play against Southern Illinois, we would probably be 2nd right now, if not tied for 1st.
Mm-hmm. So, and I just want to point out who it was that ended these logos on the right are the ones who ended the streaks of teams, and that's just it's so good. Right
we
there.
Lost to you and I on Hobo Day the week after that. Ignore me.
Yeah, done. Never mind. So, anyways, and Brian says only one of you is correct on the NDSU game, and hey, someone owes him dessert. Who owes him dessert? Is that
I do? He texted me that night and said, "I'll bet you a dessert." He even gave me like a couple extra points too. So Taco King's out here winning so many bets. He is full on tacos and now needs dessert.
Thank God that Brian bets not money, because otherwise I'd consider giving him the phone number. He loves betting so much. It's his favoriteest thing on the planet.
You're assuming he doesn't bet money.
Well, I know he bets. He bets.
We know for a fact that he also does that.
I think he's still mad at our kicker about that, actually. He's mad at Hunter Dustman still about that. But anyways,
yeah. So did you say that was number 33?
That was number 33.
Which tied or beat them?
Beat them. I'll reshare it just for funsies. Just so
I was just because obviously the next home game is against NDSU, so I was just interested at the story.
Too late for him to stop us now.
Too late.
Yep. Sole possession of 4th place.
Perfect.
Yep.
Well,
this is per the analyst, the analyst.com analyst and pronunciation.
Opta analyst. They always change the name.
Yeah, you gotta optimize that.
All right. Well, to hear Alex's take on the Jackrabbits and the Hobo Day game, you can go listen to FCS Fans Nation unless you have anything else to say tonight on it.
No, I would just echo what you guys said on A team, B team. Security was a lot better. So 100% props for that. And then just once again, it's that middle 5 drives or 4 drives, whatever it was frustrating as all get out. But you factor back in the 2 missed field goals. Those are the only drives the entire game that were not scoring drives. So let's take that with a grain of salt. Mason, we do pay attention. Mason Lemaster asked, you guys pay attention to Sagarin ratings? He's got SDSU at 53 and NDSU at 38. That is part of the model, as Chad says. The model is just an aggregate of a bunch of ALO ratings, because once upon a time I tried to actually build it based upon series conversion data. I didn't have a good enough computer. Now that I've got a new computer, see how bored I get this offseason. Stay tuned. But for now, everything is just an aggregate of the existing ALO models. If you want more information on that, I bored the guys at Innovative Engineering and Tailgating with that. So find me at Tailgate.
Alex has a hot rod computer now. He's going to be building an AI bot that posts the model to Twitter. He's going to have that thing automatically grabbing the data for him. He's going to heat that room. That CPU is going to be cooking so hard.
Speaking of that room, now that you have a good mic and a good webcam, we got to get you a better backdrop than a bed. So, because I saw that on FCS Fans Nation, and I was like, we gotta get you a good backdrop, even like a wall somewhere.
But Chad's got a bed. Why is that okay for Chad and not for me?
Well, it's not as because visible. This angle feels
this
like
one
it
looks
would be
like it's
preferable for a couple.
Yeah, it's set up to film some things
for home videos. It looks like it's set up for home videos.
Yes.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Beth's gonna shoot me.
Yeah. Beth says, who wants to buy us a new house with a room for Alex to podcast then, gentlemen? Well, it could even, it could be a closet or just like flip it around so it's the wall and not the bed. I don't know.
With the new, so that's how it used to be with the new desk. It doesn't work like that. But
Alex is, you can never, that's like saying you're bored around your dad in the summer. Now you said you're bored in front of your wife on air because Beth says the second you get bored, I have a list of stuff you can be working on to not be bored. So anyways.
All right. Do we need to do anything? Let's see. What do I have? I have something. It's only one thing.
I have one thing.
You go ahead. While I'm pulling.
It would be pretty. It would be pretty historic for Alex to get punished twice. Once because of his model, once because of himself.
Hey, that's on him. Because I forget. Did you put yourself on the line for the model this year?
Yeah, we were talking about it.
He pulled himself out on the model. And we were very
just
much
you though.
You guys gave me an out several times, and I said no. I'm confident. And about this time last year, the model and I were first and second, and then the model took a crap the back half of the season.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if you can turn it around the second half here. Let me just pull up. I've got a single JIAI because I was traveling for work and didn't have time to do much. But JIAI is brought to us by
Blue Tide Car Wash, Brookings, Mitchell, Hartford, Sioux Falls. Like 19 locations in Sioux Falls. Blue Tide Car Wash. They've got touchless. They've got brush. They also have, I was going to say touchy, and that's not good.
It's the opposite of what they have.
That's a terrible way to describe the tunnel. They've got the tunnel wash. They've got brushed washes. They've got touchless washes. And you can use every single one of them for one monthly payment. Get the subscription used as many times as you want, or just drive through once and keep it simple. Do once a month, whatever you're into, whatever works. I'm a big fan of the plans. You save a ton of money on those things. I know mine's like $35, and I've got the second highest wash you can get, and that's only because they added a newer one with a ceramic coating or something. And I just wash my truck so often that I don't need that. It's I'm just gonna. I mean, it would turn into a dinner plate with that much ceramic on it. The amount that I wash my truck. So.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to Rick and the boys. Jim says, boom, thanks to Rick for the awesome car wash. Love getting shined up when he's in Brookings. So, yeah, anyways, that's Blue Tide Car Wash. Get yourself down there, get cleaned up.
Here's all I got for the week. I tried to recreate the Chase Van Tol given, I mean, it looked like he was going to give that quarterback a concussion, which not only was it an awesome hit, and I'm glad the guy's okay, but his tackle attempt was so bad. He went to his knees and fell forward as he tried to tackle.
Oh, everything you don't want to do.
You know what you call that tackling technique? Nap time.
Yeah.
You're getting a nap after that one. I don't want to play no more. Wham! Right in the face.
Yeah. So hopefully he gets some tackling help there. All right, on to the picks. The pick segment brought to us by Innovative Engineering.
Yes, it is.
Yes, Innovative Engineering. Are you planning a new commercial building, restaurant, or retail space in Sioux Falls?
He wrote one out.
Or anywhere in the region? Turn to Innovative Engineering Solutions. Based right here in Sioux Falls, they specialize in mechanical engineering design, including HVAC, plumbing, sanitary waste, domestic water, and energy-efficient systems. Whether you're building from the ground up or retrofitting existing space, their team brings precision, creativity, and performance to every project. Visit innovative-engr.com to learn more.
That
was off the cuff.
That was AI as hell, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you just send me a video about how having AI write stuff was bad?
It rots your brain. Yeah. Yeah.
Just checking.
Ben, for those that don't know, Ben loves to play both sides of that fence. Ben is equal parts AI is going to rule the world, but Ben also uses AI more than almost
anybody
anyone I know except maybe Dallas.
I gotta just in
Dallas
case it
loves
does
some
rule the
chat.
world. I have to be like,
Right.
I have to be up to speed. Ben, Garrett says Ben reading sounds like someone reading.
Dallas is one of those guys that will ask Chat GPT anything though too. He's like,
Yeah.
You ask Dallas anything. He's, oh, did you put that in Chat GPT? And it's like, no, I was trying to get some human perspective on that.
Yeah. Matt Krul did ask, did we see the top 10 playoff rankings from the committee today? Can you pull it up later? Yes, we did get those out. And we'll probably talk about that shortly, briefly, quickly, whatever. Pull those up, but that'll be later.
Or
right now.
Right now.
Have you pulled it up already, or do you need me to hunt this down? Oh,
I did.
You're so good.
Yeah. So the FCS.
Did you just make that?
No, this is on Hero Sports.
Is this Hero Sports, or did you ask ChatGPT again?
No, it's really zoomed in. The FCS
I swear to God, it looks like a Word document.
Top 10, which was released on ESPN2 today during College Football Live. And at number 1, we have NDSU. They talked about Cole Payton replacing the former great quarterback for NDSU, Mark Gronowski. And I laughed really hard as they said that.
I got a good chuckle out of that as well.
Funny. That was funny.
SDSU at 2, Tarleton State at 3, Montana State at 4, Montana at 5. I'm sure they're real angry. And then UC Davis, Lehigh, UND, Monmouth, and Tennessee Tech. Any quick thoughts on that?
The teddy bears are poopy.
Say Montana fans are not happy, but it'll settle itself. And I don't know. I kind of don't get them. I would have them in Montana State flipped personally if you're truly going off resume, but I'm not on the committee. Only other thing is I think if you look at eye test, which is not obviously an official playoff criteria, I think Tennessee Tech's a little low. Brendan was throwing out some stats in our group chat earlier today about how insane their defense has been. They got a really good quarterback in Kikio Vesperis.
Their defense is nuts, and I don't care how weak your schedule is. When you are giving up 1.56 yards per carry, under 2, they're giving up like 1.6 yards per carry, 55 yards a game. That is dumb.
That's good.
That's good. I don't care if they're playing D3 teams. That's pretty damn good. Now, is it going to be that good if they face a Montana or SDSU? No, but it tells you they don't not have a defense. That's for sure. No, that's really impressive stuff.
Yeah, I'd have had them probably closer to 6 or 7 personally, but I understand it. Their resume itself is not overly impressive. They're undefeated, but I don't think they even have a ranked win. So,
well, and if you ask me, you look at Montana being where they are, I feel like that is a bit of a shot from the committee at Montana for scheduling 8 home games
and a D2
are you? Come on, what are we doing? Like 8 home games? Yeah. They won't, like you said, it will work itself out, and I think that's an opportune time to shoot that little warning shot across the bow if you're going to do it.
All right, with that, let's get into the picks here. First up, we've got West Georgia with their 3rd appearance. I don't think they've appeared yet this year. Are they? I don't even know. How long have they been in FCSD?
This is their 2nd year as an FCSD.
2nd year. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's I think this is the
full D1 schedule, but this is their 2nd year technically classified.
Gotcha. But yeah,
talking about West Georgia.
Yeah,
right?
third week in a row we're picking their game. Number 25 West Georgia going to number 3 Tarleton. Tarleton is favored by 15 at home.
Model says Texans by 18.4. So it says take Tarleton. I don't know. This one's tough because I'm still not sold on Tarleton's defense, but I do think they're a lot more talented than West Georgia at the skill positions. So give me Tarleton. I think they'll cover that.
15 points feels like a lot, but they do cover that pretty frequently. And West Georgia's had a tough schedule. Shout out to them. I believe we brought it up. Maybe the first time we picked them, they were the second team in FCS history to win 5 straight FCS games in their first 2
Correct.
years. So besides NDSU. So we will be picking their games more in the future in the coming years. I'm quite sure of that, because that's a pretty good run to be on. That being said, this is their 3rd ranked game in a row. Keeping it, they've fought tough, but I don't think it's going to happen. I do think Tarleton covers, as much as it pains me to pick the Tail Tuckers, because that's what Texan stands for in Tarleton. So, but I'm going to pick the Purple Tail Tuckers to cover.
I'll take Tarleton as well. I mean, West Georgia lost by 14 to P and 17 to Abilene Christian. I think Tarleton beats them by more than 15.
What color is West Georgia? Is this a Grimace Conference matchup?
No. West Georgia's
like red and blue.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I was maybe thinking Abilene Christian. Ignore me then.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got NDSU going to Indiana State, and every game from here on out are road favorites. So we've got NDSU favored by 26 on the road.
Model has Bison by 31.8, so it's going to take the Bison, and
oh, jeez,
I will as well. Indiana State's bad. They had their best defensive performance of the season against USD. They forced 4 field goals in the red zone to make that game look closer than what it really was. And I don't think they will be as fortunate against NDSU. If NDSU even gets to the red zone, they're not just scoring from 30 yards out.
NDSU is going to win by a billion. Indiana State is terrible at run defense. They don't have an offense, and we saw what Montana did to them. NDSU is going to do something pretty similar. 26 is way too low. So, yeah.
I have to agree, which is boring, but yeah, I do not have any confidence in Indiana State. The only chance they got is that it's so quiet there that NDSU doesn't know how to act, but I'll trust NDSU to win by 28 or more. Next up, we've got USD favored at UNI. Brendan, have you seen the spreads yet?
I'm staring at them right now.
Ah, dang it. I was surprised at how low this one. I'll be real surprised if it's this low when the actual spreads come out. But USD is only favored by 5.5 at UNI.
So the model has the Yotes by 5.1. So it will actually take UNI to cover. And I'm kind of leaning that way too, if nothing else, because UNI's defense is good. So I think they will keep it low scoring. I think this could be a game where it never feels close, but USD only wins by like a score. 5.5 is probably still too little, so I'll take the Yotes as I'm thinking through that. But yeah, I think this one's going to be like 24-10 type final score.
Yeah. Looking at this game, UNI's defense and scoring defense is actually a top 50 defense, which is crazy, considering how long they're on the field for all the time, because their offense is just so awful. Last time my gut was like, boy, I really don't think USD is going to cover this one. They went and beat Murray State like they owed them money, and so I'm not falling for myself this time. So USD is going to cover. I'm not surprised it's 5.5. I would put UNI on par with Indiana State, and because they're only favored by 6 against Indiana State. So I'm not shocked that that's the line. This fly is going to give me emotional problems. I'm going to lose my noodle.
I'll find it for you.
Yeah, thanks. But you can see him. He's on the brim of my hat. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to take USD to cover and hopefully kill this goddamn thing here before we get to the next pick.
I love it. I'll take USD as well. That's way too little points. They have a good enough offense to score on UNI, and I just don't trust UNI's offense enough to stay within 7.
total side tangent. Did anyone else? I didn't hear you guys bring it up on the other shows. So on that reverse pass, when I originally commented live at the game, I was like, why would you let a wide receiver throw the ball in that situation?
Backup quarterback.
It's actually the backup quarterback they snuck into the huddle.
Well,
Sneaky little devils.
It sounds like they've been playing him at wide receiver. I think he's just a good athlete, and they want to get him on the field. But yeah, it didn't look like he'd been a while since he'd thrown a pass. Bad decision for sure. Next up, we've got Youngstown State going to number 11, Illinois State. And this is a very interesting game.
This is a big game because the loser is probably staring down playoff elimination because Youngstown still has to play NDSU and Illinois State still has to come here.
Which is weird to say with Illinois State sitting at number 11. But yeah, Illinois State has to. If they lose this game, they still got to play USD, SDSU, and Southern Illinois. And I guess maybe USD is not a non-issue anymore. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Youngstown State is favored on the road by 0.5.
So true pick 'em. Model has Redbirds by 3, so it's going to take Illinois State, and I think a pick 'em feels right. I'm going to regret this later, but I'm going to go with Youngstown. I trust Youngstown's defense a little bit more than I trust Illinois State's right now. I know some of that might be an overreaction to last week and them giving up 30 points to Murray State, but they haven't really been that good all year. I think Brungard's going to just have them in hell all week. They don't know whether he's going to run or pass. He's going to have 400 all-purpose yards. And Youngstown State's front seven is solid, and their secondary is coming off their best game of the year. If you go back and look at the box score and watch some of the highlights of that UND game, Kaminsky had 3 touchdowns, but he was 5 yards per attempt. That other than in the red zone, which is its own can of worms, supposed to be easier, not harder. But other than in the red zone, Youngstown's secondary actually played decent last week. You're muted.
Oh, I was going to let him go for a while, Alex. Dang it.
It popped up right after that you're muted. It does give you the warning.
I love just blankly watching, I'm listening intently to see what you're saying.
Not so fast, big dog. I'm going to go ahead and take Illinois State at home. I think Murray State, looking back, if we'd have paid a little bit of attention to what their schedule was, massive trap game between NDSU and Youngstown State. I would forget about Murray State too, and probably let them score more points than they should. My
only thing about that is they were up 28-3 and let them back in.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they just assumed they had that game won. I don't know. I watched the Illinois State game against NDSU really closely this week already. And I think we can all agree that Cole Payton is better than Bo Brungard at what Bo Brungard does.
That.
And they held them in check for 3 quarters. So I do have faith in Illinois State at home. I do think this will be a good close game, but I got to lean to the home team on this one. And the fact that Youngstown State, they're on their, is this their 3rd ranked game in a row? Cause they played us and then UND, and now they're playing Illinois State. And they had to play at UND, now at Illinois State, 2 long road trips. Don't love that matchup for them at the end of that stretch. And it's just so Youngstown State to just miss the playoffs and drop a game like this. So give me the Redbirds to take this game.
I mean, last time I checked, Ohio's not that far from Illinois, but I'll take Youngstown. I know. You said long road trip. I was just giving you shit.
UND's a long road trip.
Yes, it is. I'll take Youngstown State. I think Illinois State's got to prove it for me. I don't trust their wins so far. They're not strong enough for me, and it might be recency bias, but I do like Youngstown State a lot, and I think that they pull it off. So I'll go Youngstown State.
Brendan's going to be 1 game closer to Ben.
Well, At least Alex isn't going to gain That's all I'm worried about. It's in this game. It's not if you ain't first, you're last. It's if you're not last, you're first.
Right. Right.
All right. Next up, we've got number 7 UND going to number 10 Southern Illinois, and UND is favored on the road by 4.
Model has UND favored as well, but only by 2.2. So it will take Southern Illinois to cover, and I'm gonna disagree. I don't know, similar situation here. I think UND is a much more balanced team. I think Southern Illinois obviously has that high flying offense, but we saw tough measuring stick to measure them up how they played against NDSU, right? But we did see that you get that offense to make a couple turnovers or make a couple mistakes, and they get down by 2 scores. My gosh, I can't talk. And that defense just crumbles. And I think it might take longer than the third quarter, but I think I kind of trust UND to do that and put this game away when it matters.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you. Just the amount of turnovers, and maybe it was just the road environment.
DJ Williams has struggled with taking care of the football a little bit this year. That was like his 6th pick and his 4th or 5th lost fumble.
Right. So I think I'm going to go, and I can't believe I'm doing this again. I'm going to take UND on the road, which baffles me at this point that I am willingly taking UND on the road multiple times to cover spreads, this time getting points. But I do really like what we've seen out of UND, especially defensively. I'm not the biggest fan of their offense, but boy, they sure just keep scoring a bunch of points.
It's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
My God, they're putting up points, baby. They're the number 10 scoring offense in the country. Like at this point, you can't poo-poo it.
It just looks ugly.
39 points a game. 39. That is, they are one above Southern Illinois. The difference is UND also has a top 15 defense. So, and Southern Illinois most certainly does not. Actually, I have that down. I have that in my notebook. Southern Illinois scoring defense is 46th. So, and UND is 10th. No, I'm on scoring offense again, but whatever. So yeah, give me UND on the road, I guess, because defense travels.
Yeah, I'll go UND as well. And one thing I realized today, when the ranking came out and UND was number 8, I kind of looked at their schedule and I'm like, this is a huge opportunity for them. If they win this game, the rest of their schedule is they only have to go to USD and Murray State. And then at home, they've got Indiana State, NDSU, and SDSU, which obviously tough games against NDSU and SDSU, but you got them at home. They've got a real potential. I mean, if they only drop one of those two, NDSU, SDSU, they're going to be pretty high seed. So, huge opportunity for UND.
They get through this, and as a Dakota school, if you still have to play the Dakota States because you never get to skip them, you can't ask for a more favorable schedule having them both at home. So they're in the catbird seat they will control their destiny if they can pull this one off on the road.
100%.
That's a hell of a job by that.
Which really makes me feel like I should take Southern Illinois, but I'll stick with you. I'll stick with UND, which is so bad. I've picked 4 road favorites and probably going to be a 5th one here. SDSU, number 2 in the nation, going to Murray State, a whopping 32-point favorite.
Model says good guys by 34.7.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I think it's a game where if you get up early, you can maintain and you can build that lead pretty quick. So I think as long as we start fast, we'll be fine to cover that.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say my piece on SDSU so far. I do want to point something out. Since we picked the NDSU game and now we're picking the USD game, and since the conversation we had about how critical and not, and how that works and everything. I do think some of the frustration for SDSU fans with how this team is doing is just how well NDSU, or how good NDSU has looked, specifically offensively with Cole Payton coming in. That's frustrating. Or it makes your shortcomings seem bigger, right? And it makes them look so much better.
Well, it's the measuring stick.
Right. That's the measuring stick. They're averaging 10 points a game more than we are right now. I would like to point out that in scoring defense, the toughest defense they have played to date is the Citadel. 29th best. They have not played a top 25 defense yet. Then it is Southern Illinois at 46, USD as 70th, and then the other half of their schedule is over the 70s. That is way past the bottom half of the FCS, and Illinois State being 78th, SEMO as the 99th worst defense, and Tennessee State as the 91st. In comparison, the easiest defense SDSU has faced so far is 66th ranked Youngstown State. Then UNI is 40th, Mercyhurst is 46, Sac State 33, Drake 17th, and Montana State as a top 10 defense. I'm not saying that's has anything to do with the marker game. That's not a commentary on that. It is something to remember.
I mean, it's going to be.
We'll talk about that next week, and foreshadowing. But I just want to point that out. If you are an SDSU fan and you're feeling a little growly, about offensive performance and things like that, there is a very significant difference in quality of defenses being played, even if name-wise it doesn't seem like they're that quality. And you can, if you want to throw Drake out at being 17th and throw that out the window, I get it, whatever. But Mercyhurst, with the schedule they played, being 46 is pretty goddamn impressive. And going on from there. But the reality is not a single defense that SDSU has played has been worse than 70th, and only 2 defenses that NDSU has played have been better than 70th.
Better than 70th.
That's just throwing it on there, just throwing it out as something to remember for the SOS crowd and stuff like that. If you're getting wound up, let's enjoy the ride a little bit. I feel like right now, SDSU fans, we are not enjoying wins at all. Like, I don't feel like anybody's enjoyed a win besides Mercyhurst, and we should be enjoying it. Yeah, I don't know.
And Sac State.
Yeah, we enjoyed Sac. No, we had a lot of.
I didn't. I'll
thank you.
egg on my own face. I did not enjoy Sac State. Why didn't we put them away? I believe was something I commented frequently.
Right. All that being said, we're playing Murray State. We're favored by 32. I'm going to take us to cover 32. Murray State has no run. They have no defense. They just don't have any defense. But to be honest, I could give a shit less what the score is at the end of this game, besides counting it for my picks. If we win by 3 scores, good enough. I don't care. I really don't. We win by 3 scores. I guarantee you we're looking ahead, and that's what happened, and I'm not surprised. Only way you're going to hear me panicky is like, oh, it's a 10-point game. Like, all right, we have what the hell's going on. Anything else, I don't care. It's a win. You're going to Murray State. Go in, get out healthy, win the damn game. So,
what a rant! That if it wasn't a rant, it was the longest pick ever.
It is my longest pick ever. That I shoehorned a bunch of crap in there. I didn't have to.
Yeah, you sure did.
But I really, I looked.
You had some peace to speak.
I looked up those defensive statistics, and I just wanted to get them. I was like, I got to get this out. I have to get this out, or I'm going to explode. Yeah, I felt like Alex, and I had to get it off my chest. Except I don't get to go and be like, well, the model says this, so I'm going to explain the model. So there we go.
Before I make a pick, the other funny thing about your setup, Alex, is that based on your lighting, it looks like you chose the bedroom as a background, because it looks like one of the fake backgrounds.
It looks like a fake static background somehow. No, he mentions it. You got to
don't know
put
how
something that moves back there or something.
Yeah.
It's not better. It still looks that way.
No, yeah, it's still bad. We're gonna have to
God,
work
it'd be
on
so
that.
easy for him to convince us that he's frozen if he just sat still.
Yeah, it would. All right. Anyway, yeah, you need
this
like
better?
a fan. Oh, there's the fan. There you go.
There it is. There's a
Now
fan.
we can tell it's real.
Let's let Charlie jump
Oh,
on
it's
the
a
bed.
stand-up
behind you.
desk.
Yeah.
Oh, this is infinitely better.
Big deal. All
You
right.
should definitely rather.
I've had the
this is way
stand-up
better.
desk all season.
You
only
are
problem-
required to stand for the rest of the
The only
season.
problem is
fine.
the blinding. You're gonna have to turn off the light in the fan, I think, or something.
Corey says, "No F-bomb, no money." Fuck it.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Where's my money, Brian? Where's my money?
Beth is so angry.
We're not the room as a room is
The
great.
room is
now.
fine, yeah.
The room's
Just as a
spectacular.
podcast backdrop.
I would be happy as a clam if I showed up to a friend's house and like, you're crashing here. Hell yeah, beautiful room.
Yeah.
You just
for
Makes for a
reference, Beth
podcast
says,
background.
"Come decorate my house, then you buttheads."
in all caps, so he's not really
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah, she's serious.
She's not Ron Lowneying us where that's every word.
Right. All right. I can't take that many road favorites. I think that Murray State's got a good enough offense. I think that Ron Lowney, actually, speaking of him, he said it. I think it's going to be a backdoor cover here. I think SDSU gets up early. We haven't had a backdoor cover all year. And so,
LED lights. They're energy efficient, Beth.
again, you have to say the comment, bro.
You guys have lots of opinions on interior design for 30-somethings with LED lights. What's wrong with LED lights? I'm being energy efficient, you
Hey.
money and energy waster.
I don't have any LED lights. Anyway, and also I believe in what Garrett says here of Jack's normally cover, but may be extra rest for starters in preparation for the following game. I do agree that that is a possibility that we get some starters some rest here, and due to that, we could see a backdoor cover. So anyway, turn off. I don't know. Is there something wrong with my lighting here? Everybody's commenting.
No. No,
Anyway,
it's right. As Zach McKinnell says, it's not a real scared money.
Zach's an OG.
Without a backdoor cover, baby.
that's right.
Blowing open holes and
We
backdoor covered.
We haven't.
We really had one this year.
No, we haven't
No.
mentioned it enough. So
Too bad we didn't pick the Lamar game. Did anybody see the greatest segment of bad beats ever?
Yeah, I
when he
texted
went
everyone
up?
right after it happened.
Well, I'm asking. I'm not asking you. I'm asking the audience because
Oh.
if you haven't, you need to look that up. That is
Go on YouTube.
pitchy woo woo. This is wee. Oh,
Right.
it's
This isn't pitchy woo woo. This is just wee.
what is the lighting? Did we get this film from a dad who was at the game? Is that a gas station in the background? Just
They all going to
dogging.
get roller dogs after or what?
dogging on East Texas A&M. Oh my God, it's incredible.
love it. I'll have to look that up. All right, we're way over time here. We need to get out of here. Any last
We're 2 minutes
comments?
over, 30 to 45 minutes.
No, we're. That's not the contract. Anyway,
That's not what I mean at all.
yeah. All right, there it is. Any last comments before we do this?
Last stress-free weekend, so
Well, hopefully.
enjoy.
I mean,
We'll
it's
be
has
stressed. I can't wait for the group chat. We're gonna 3-and-out the first series. And
Yeah.
it's just
Oh
gonna
my
be-
God.
what are we doing? Do we even want to play football today? What is this? We left the offense in the bus.
Why did we even get off the plane?
I'm part of the problem, by the way.
What does Brian want? Pick sides on his bet?
No, he's trying to get
Okay.
people to pick. He mentioned way earlier in the stream on if Tarleton and Montana both finish undefeated, who would get the higher seed. And
Montana.
I'm
that's
ignoring
not
him.
even.
I'm not.
We don't have time for that. We'll go over seeding scenarios later.
Yeah.
All right. As Jim says, as we always say, go big, go blue, go Jack.
Go Jacks.
Go Jacks.